Hey everybody, hello. Just give you a little bit of accordion, seeing as you're here early. That was alright. It's not too bad, not too many misses there. It's 2 minutes too. I can fit in one more thing. Let's see. Wasn't too bad. Hello everybody. Oh. So this is my new thing, is like give you a little bit of the accordion if you're here early, right? So I try and get this thread on just a little bit. Stream is the word, I think. Stream on a little bit early. And it also means I get my daily practice, because it's all too easy not to do your daily practice. You know what I mean? Ray Vaughan are here. Pro Lethers are here. Yeah. That's you, Tam, isn't it? I've been noticing some of your Photoshop stuff on Facebook. That's very talented. Very good. There was one that was like a colorizing thing. I know people do colorizing. I know it's maybe no big deal, but I was looking at it going, how do you do that? That's clever, you know? Geek Robin's here. Peaky Pfeiffers are here. House of Weirdos. Whoa. They're here. Thanks, Andrew. Hey, Andrew, weren't you the beer winner last week on this particular quiz? And if so, have you got your beer yet? I suspect you don't. I got a message off the brewery saying that the two winners so far, their beer was ready to go to be picked up by courier. So, and that message was yesterday, I think. So it didn't sound like it was about to fly out the door. And they're a bit slower than the other breweries, but we still love them because they give us beer. All right, and when the beer gets here to wherever we are, then we're happy, aren't we? Yes, I was. No, not yet. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on it, right? The beer's in the pipeline. Ooh, imagine there was pipelines for actual beer. Actual beer pipelines. And you just went out in the street, maybe a standpipe at the end of the street, you meet all the other people that say, come for some beer. Aye, come for some beer. Let's get wrecked, you know? Anyway, a little fantasy there. It's after 7 o'clock. I better get started. Not in any rush. Well, yeah. No, it's just cool attitude, Andrew. You'll get your beer when you get your beer. Understand. All right. Right, let's get on with it. The live quiz starts very soon. Of course it does. The house rules here. You know, a lot of you have been here before. You know the house rules. No Tories. No racists. Reach for the stars. That's our message for all of you tonight. That's the Dr. Paul house rules. How to actually do the quiz. You answer it as a team, you mark yourself, and you ask me for clarity. So I ask the questions one round at a time. 5 questions usually in each round, more or less. And you do your own, you write them down. Then after each round, I'll tell you the answers. You do your own marking, and we upload your scores at the end, and we see what you scored. No answers in the chat. That's in red because it's important. You don't shout out answers in the chat. All right? Because people are just trying to solve things. Last time we played was last night, Friday the 10th of July, 2020, and we divided the scores by quality of sitcom. We had Allo Allo, obviously the greatest sitcom ever made. And look at those 74s up there. Let's Get Quizzical, Pedestrian Crossing, Social Outcast, Fabian Society. Let's Get Quizzical would have won if I'd given a point to Denise's mum, because she asked yesterday, can I get a point? It's my mum's birthday tomorrow. But that means your mum's birthday's today, doesn't it? So you get a point tonight. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathleen. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. So, Let's Get Quizzical are off to a 1 point start already. Lee says, my mum wants me to tell you that it's my birthday today, so can we claim an extra point? Yes. Oh, it's your birthday, Lee? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'll do one for you as well. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lee. Happy birthday to you. 8.5 Hot Mum. Pretty good sitcom. That's the middle row. And down at the bottom there, Last of the Summer Wine. Absolute worst. Last of the Summer Wine. Worst of the summer wine. The quiz is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You're welcome anytime. Our sponsor tonight is the Ferry Brewery. What a lovely view they have from their brewery. I tell you, see the Forth Rail Bridge, it's just about pretty much my favourite thing, not just in Scotland, but in the world. I love that bridge. It's just so big and red. And they're giving away a litre of Ferry Fair tonight. Ferry Fair. Hopefully the quiz will be Ferry Fair. Lovely beer. Right. We're on it. 4 minutes past. Because I try and get the first question out at 5 past, and we're kind of ahead. If I'd stopped to make a coffee, I would have been behind. Look. Empty. See? No coffee. Voila. Luckily, I'll have some expensive bottled water here. What's this? Sainsbury. Let's take a wee hydration situation there. Right, already. All in a good mood. Everyone having fun. Part Air here. Hello, Craig. Hello, everybody. Claire's got to leave halfway through the quiz. Claire, just phone up and say you're sick. You're sick and tired of their bullshit. You don't want to go. Make an excuse. Stay here. Okay, you ready? Here we go. It's 5 past. Let's hit the questions. Did I explain? The first round is the same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. So once you get the letter, it's easy. Here we go. Right, jail. Which US city do you have to visit to see the famous Alcatraz prison? All right, Peaky Fifers. Hello. Welcome to the bright side of the River Forth. So which US city do you have to visit if you want to go to Alcatraz prison? It's a tourist question kind of thing. Because it's a museum now, I think. Board games. Which board game was created by a man called Alfred Butts in 1938, and it's a game that has sold more than 150 million units to date. I'm just resizing this. There we go, that's better. Better on my screen anyway. Let's see what I'm doing. So, what game did Alfred Butts invent? It sold millions and billions of copies. What type of food would a German call a Wurst? All right, Wurst is the German name for which type of food. Remember, this is the same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. So if you think you've got the letter, that'll help you get the answers. I need better lights in here. You can't see it. I've got this jacket's a lovely blue, and you can't quite see that. In which city did the Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip shoot Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914? An action which people say helped to spark the First World War. There's another opinion that says it would have happened anyway, you know. But what city did that assassination take place in? Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip steps up and shoots Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Kills him right there. A couple of weeks later, First World War. Boom. Which city did it happen in? What's the name of the city? Number 5. Last question in this round. Which 1937 Walt Disney production was the first full-length colour cartoon talking picture? So really the start of everything in terms of Disney movies. The first full-length colour cartoon talking picture. First proper Disney film, really. Okay. Now, you should have 5 answers that all start with the same letter. Scumbags are ready. Thank you. That's the idea. You tell me when you're ready so I know when to move on. Just for anybody who's just come in, or if you missed anything, here they are. Just a quick recap. So which US city has got Alcatraz prison? Tourist attraction these days. Number 2, Alfred Butts invented a board game that sold 150 million copies. He did that in 1938. What is the board game? What's a Wurst? What's the worst that can happen? Eve of the War. Gavrilo Principe shoots Archduke Franz Ferdinand. What city was that in? And Walt Disney's first proper movie. First proper full-length talking colour film. All right, 1937. What was it? Okay, we're ready. Rave on. Are ready? Tom Nook is a capitalist pig. Are ready? Denise is ready in Dublin. We're cool. Let's do it. Let's get some answers. So here come the answers. Remember, you get 2 points. I don't even know who Mr. Nook is. I think I asked last week and you told me and I've completely forgotten. Tom Nook is a capitalist pig. I don't know what it's about. So did you get a letter? Yes. Letter S. You get 2 points for each of these. Okay, here we go. Number 1, Alcatraz prison is in San Francisco. Yeah, there it is. There's Alcatraz in the foreground, the city of San Francisco in the background. It's in the bay. Inescapable. Funnily enough, they have. It was supposed to be inescapable because the currents are too strong to swim against. But they have a competition every year where people swim from Alcatraz to the shore, and people manage to do it every year. You know, it's from a right. Tom Nook is from a Nintendo game. Right, that's beyond my knowledge. I'll look him up though. I'll look him up and make a question out of it. Tom Nook. What's it called? Animal Crossing. I don't do video games, you know what I mean? Because I'm 47. Scrabble. Alfred Butts' game is Scrabble. Great game. A Wurst is a sausage. You know that one. Gavrilo Principe shot Franz Ferdinand right in the face in Sarajevo. There he is. That's Gavrilo Principe in jail after the incident. I thought they... I was reading about this today. I thought they might have hanged him straight away or shot him or whatever, but they actually put him in jail, and he didn't die until 1918. He was really badly treated. He had tuberculosis, and he weighed 40 kilograms when he died because he was starving, you know. And Walt Disney production, 1937, first full-length proper Disney movie. It's Snow White. There she is, being perfect. And all that. So that's the answers all together. San Francisco, Scrabble Sausage, Sarajevo, Snow White. Here's a short story challenge. Take all those 5 answers and put them in a story. We're going to write them down. I'm going to do that later on. Like a really brief story, you know, something that would fit on a tweet. San Francisco, Scrabble, sausage, Sarajevo, Snow White. Could get pretty rude, you know. So Tom Nook says he literally lets you buy a house with 0 deposit and lets you pay it off whenever. Then his kids buy like shells and fruit off you for dollars. Secret no idea what you're talking about. Snakes, you went for snakes and ladders instead of Scrabble, Andrew. Yeah. I don't think that's a totally unreasonable guess. I think it's not so terrible. Alan's here. Alan, I don't know if you heard the chat just before we started about the beer from the ferry. Like, I got a message off them yesterday saying that the 2 winners beer was ready to go. You're the winner from the first week they sponsor. This is week 3 of the ferry sponsoring. And Andrew won last week, so you're still waiting for your beer. It looks like you're going to get it. This free beer's taking a while, but it's going to get there. Yes, if you don't know why people have got so many points, it's because they're adding on bonus points. You get 2 points bonus if you've been here before. That's the Dr. Paul loyalty bonus. All right. You also get 1 point if you shared the quiz on social media. So that's a maximum, a usual maximum of 13. A couple of teams have 14 because there's birthdays. If you have a birthday, it's plus 1 point. So happy birthday to Lee. Happy birthday to Kathleen. Great stuff. Okay. Right, let's crack on. Here we go. Here's a wee story. I went to San Francisco for a Scrabble competition. And the prize was a big sausage made by a huge man from Sarajevo wearing a snow white t-shirt. That's beautiful. Yeah. All right. Now let's do it. Picture round. Just 5 questions with pictures, okay? Here we go. Film question. Name this film from 2017. This is a still from the film. It was one of the biggest grossing films of the year. A huge hit in 2017. What is the title of that film? And the best bit is the middle of that story. And the prize was a big sausage made by a huge man from Sarajevo. That's great. Number 2 in the pictures. Look carefully at this coin. What country is it from? What former British colony does this coin come from? Technically, still under the Queen, you know? Technically belongs to us. But which former British colony? It's an independent country, you know, but they still retain the Queen. What former colony uses that coin? 20-something. But what country is it from? Number 3, what kind of animal is this? There's some clues. 4 letters is the answer. It lives in the UK. It lives in woodlands sometimes, but quite often on riverbanks. So what type of thing is that? Oh, a little cutie, if you look at it. Nice little fella. But what 4-letter word is the name of that type of animal? Lives in Britain, and presumably other countries as well, but just to say it's, you know, from round here. Lives in woodlands, lives on riverbanks. What type of thing is that? Number 4, Victorian dude. Who is this famous Victorian gentleman? Is it Charles Dickens? Is it Karl Marx? Or is it Benjamin Disraeli? Have a look at that fella. So, who's in the picture? Is it Charles Dickens, who wrote all the books? Is it Karl Marx, who kills capitalists? Or is it Benjamin Disraeli? It was a bit of a Tory, to be fair. Number 5. Ooh, bloodied. Who is this famous England footballer? Looking for his name. He played for Rangers. He managed Motherwell and other Scottish teams as well. The blood might give you a clue to his name. So if you don't know anything about football, try and think of a surname that would go with that bloodied appearance. The photograph was taken at a game, at a match, I think back in the 90s, possibly. And England weren't that great at the time, I don't think. But it was a very popular photograph because he sustained a head wound during the game. And he's all covered in blood by the end of the game. He couldn't do that now. He's off immediately as soon as there's a trace of blood. You know, they don't allow that to happen. But he played on through the game. Turned his white shirt red. Made him quite popular with the fans, you see, because he's showing his bravery. Yeah, he was a good footballer, absolutely. No doubt about it. Right, okay. I'm going to recap these real quick, and then I'll tell you the answers. So, number one, name the film. Came out 2017. Big box office smash that year. Number two, which country has this coin? It's a former British possession. Still is, technically. Under the Queen, you know. What type of cheeky little chap is this? 4 letters. Lives woodlands and riverbanks. Who's the Victorian? Is it Charles Dickens, Karl Marx? Charles Dickens, Karl Marx, or Benjamin Disraeli? Who is the fella? And who's this fella? If you don't know anything about football, the blood might give you a bit of a clue to his surname. All right? And he was an England captain. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I always think of him as an England captain. He was a top player anyway. Right, you ready? What we got? Lumpy Gravy are ready. Denise is ready. No, that's not true. That's Denise getting a round of applause from Geek Robin. That's what I'm looking at. Positive Spin are ready. Hello, Lynn. Rave On are ready. Lee's ready. Craig's ready. Scumbags are ready. Let's do 8. Let's get these answers. 2 points for each of these. Okay, here we go. So her name is Zendaya. That's the name of the actress. She's in The Greatest Showman, which wasn't he very good? I didn't think. I went to see it. I could see why people liked it, but I thought it was pretty tedious, to be honest. Number 2. What former British colony has this coin? It's Australia. That's a duck-billed platypus there, swimming through the Australian river. If they've got rivers. It's quite a dry place. Maybe they don't have rivers. Maybe it's in the sea. Number 2. That was. Number 3 is this cheeky little fella with a cheeks. It's a vole. Vole. Great word. Vole. There's no way to say vole without sounding really important. Vole. Number 4. It's Charles Dickens. And Rangers of Motherwell. Inverness. I think he managed them as well. It's Teddy Butcher. It's Teddy Butcher. So there's the answers. The Greatest Showman, Anne Wheeler, Australia, Vole, and Teddy Butcher. It was a slightly tricky picture round, but I don't know. You tell me your scores. Tell me what you got. P.T. Barnum was a much worse capitalist pig than Tom Nook, if you want to scale of scumbaggery. Well, the thing about P.T. Barnum is that he was actually pretty interesting in real life. The P.T. Barnum they had in the film was really quite bland. Never heard of Butcher. That's fair enough, Denise. If you don't know football, that's maybe not such a great question, because you kind of have to know it or you don't. Didn't get a film, says Peaky Fivers, and got Disraeli over Dickens. Yeah, he's got a wee bit of Disraeli look about him, if we just go back. But Disraeli had a bit more curly hair and stuff like that, you know. Said Canada rather than Australia. Nah, the clue was there. The duck-billed platypus. To be honest, that's a nice bit of design, isn't it? Quite minimal, but tells a lot of story there. There's a lot going on. Levels and layers. Good bit of art. Went for Mauritius for the coin. Nah, John, I'm pretty mainstream. Like, if it was going to be something like Mauritius, I would have had to give you a clue, you know. But if you come up with an answer where you think it's pretty obscure, it's likely, not always, you know, but it's likely to be wrong, unless I've given clues Australia's a pretty standard kind of answers. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. All right. Let's get on. Chameleon's got 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's get on. What we got now? Oh, it's a crypto. That's a weird one tonight. So I'm going to give you a cryptic clue that gives you a clue to the name of a place. All right? It's a geography one tonight. You'll get 60 seconds to solve it, and if you solve it, you get 1, 2, 3 points. So check this out. See if we can get this in 60 seconds. Within the People's Princess, article gives jewel in the crown. 5 letters. So it's like a cryptic crossword clue. You know what I mean? Time is ticking down. You're down to 45 seconds now. So it's a geography one. You're looking for somewhere that is a place. A real place on planet Earth. Within the People's Princess, article gives jewel in the crown. What the hell does that mean? It's like a cryptic crossword clue. Answer is 5 letters. You have 15 seconds left right about now. Marion's got it. That's good. Remember, don't shout out the answer in the chat. Just do tell me if you got it. That's a good chance to get a wee drink, yeah. Right, that's 0 seconds. Lumpy Gravy have got it. Pro Lethers have got it. Peaky Fighters have got it. Marion's got it. Let's see the answer. It's India. India is a place. So within the People's Princess, that's within the People's Princess is Lady Diana. So die. Article, that's the letter A, is the indefinite article. It's the technical term for a or an. And you put all that together, it gives jewel in the crown. India was known as the jewel in the crown of the British Empire. So 3 points if you got that right. India. It's a long-winded way of saying India. The People's Princess, innit? The Queen of Hearts. Cool, love her. Feel sorry for her boys. And so on. Can't believe I got that, says Denise. Thumbs up from the Pro Lethers. All right, let's move on. Oh, sound round. I don't have any background music tonight, do I? So I don't need to stop any background music, so that speeds things up a little bit. Let me have a look. Right, okay, so tonight's sound round is a voice round. So you have the potential answers there on the list. You see that? Yeah. Bill Shankly, Brian Blessed, Brian Clough, Denise Welch, Jacinda Ardern, John Cleese, Julia Gillard, Katie Price, Stephen Fry, and Timothy Dalton. That's all the possible answers. So I'm going to play the voices, and you just pick the 5 answers. All right, you got it? Here we go. Hooba boop. Right, here's number 1. Who's this?
It's completely mad. I mean, the guy says, what, 3 days ago? He says, I've sent an armada towards North Korea. And then we find 2 days later that it's actually sailing in the opposite direction.
Right. Did you hear that okay? I wasn't sure, but then I realised I had my headphones turned down. Here's number 2. Who's this?
I have it in writing. Well, actually, they're going to have the official calligrapher for the Lord of the Rings and Hobbiton and The Hobbit write up your official invitation. And so, come to New Zealand and we'll make the ceremony official. There's a direct flight from Chicago. It's nice and easy. Okay,
that was number 2. Here comes number 3. This is a person responding to a question where they have been asked, would you rather, if you had wings, would you rather have feathery wings or leathery wings? And this is the answer.
Oh, I think I'd have the wings I wear in Flash Gordon, love. Leathery ones, love. Turns the birds on. Even gives me a thrill. Even makes me fancy myself. Oh, I think I'd...
What a superstar. Right, here's number 4. Who's this?
When you've taken over a job of a man that's been there 10, 15 years, and he's been regarded as the kingpin, as the father figure, as the man that made everything tick, then within 7 weeks, it is impossible, utterly impossible, to replace that type of thing.
That was number 4. And here is number 5. Who is this?
You feel that you're being alienated. And everybody thought that Gareth would win because Gareth is a lovely guy. He would be someone that we'd go to for comfort. So it never entered my head. All I knew was that I couldn't walk. And that last week was one of the, and I hate people who come off these shows when there are people at war in this world and try to liken it to being in Afghanistan. I'm not. But to be cut off from all the people who love you, because normally any tensions like that with the fight with Nicola, with stuff like that, you would walk away from that situation and be with your own people very quickly.
Blimey. She went on a bit. So that was number 5. Right, I'm going to play them all one more time. And this is your last chance to hear them. So here they are once again. The first person has been asked what he thinks about Donald Trump. This is what he says.
It's completely mad. I mean, the guy says, 3 days ago? He says, I've sent an armada towards North Korea. And then we find 2 days later that it's actually sailing in the opposite direction.
Number 2, who is this?
I have it in writing. Well, actually, they're going to have the official calligrapher for the Lord of the Rings and Hobbiton and The Hobbit write up your official invitation. And so, come to New Zealand and we'll make the ceremony official. There's a direct flight from Chicago. It's nice and easy.
Number 3 has been asked, what would you rather have, feathery or leathery wings?
Oh, I think I'd have the wings I wear in Flash Gordon, love. Leathery ones, love. Turns the birds on. Even gives me a thrill. Even makes me fancy myself. Oh,
Number 4 is this person.
When you've taken over a job of a man that's been there 10, 15 years, and he's been regarded as the kingpin, as the father figure, as the man that made everything tick, then within 7 weeks, it is impossible, utterly impossible, to replace that type of thing.
And number 5 is somebody talking about their experiences on a reality television show.
You feel that you're being alienated. And everybody thought that Gareth would win because Gareth is a lovely guy. He would be someone that we'd go to for comfort. So it never entered my head. All I knew was that I couldn't walk. And that last week was one of the, and I hate people who come off these shows when there are people at war in this world and try to liken it to being in Afghanistan. I'm not. But to be cut off from all the people who love you, because normally any tensions like that with the fight with Nicola, with stuff like that, you would walk away from that situation and be with your own people very quickly.
Aye, all right. Blimey. Doing my nutting just listening to that. Right, okay. And it was only 30 seconds. Here come the answers. I think you must all be ready by now. Thank you for telling me that you're ready. JPS, Geek Robin, Shona and Andrew. Here come the answers. Right, so the first one was talking about his opinion of Donald Trump. It was English comedy actor John Cleese. All right, he was being interviewed on an American talk show. Number 2 was also from an American talk show, it just so happens, and it was the Prime Minister of New Zealand. It was Jacinda Ardern talking there. Trying to get people to visit her country, doing a good job of talking the place up. Number 3, leathery wings. Turns the birds on, turns himself on. It's your old pal, Brian Blessed. And if you haven't been here before, you might not know. It's always Brian Blessed. Brian Blessed is always in the answers if it's a voice round. Number 4 was football manager Brian Clough. This was in 1974 after he'd just been sacked by Leeds after trying to replace Don Revie. And didn't go very well, and he got sacked very, very quickly. It was only a few weeks. which was unusual back then. It's par for the course now, but back then it was quite something. And the last one is Denise Welch. Now, I'm not quite sure how Denise Welch is. I think she's off Coronation Street or something like that. And she was talking about her experiences on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out Here, or Big Brother, or something like that. One of these reality shows. Let me see. Denise Welch. And I think she's also a regular host on Loose Women. She's been in Spender, Soldier Soldier. She plays Natalie Barnes in Coronation Street, right? Regular panelist on Loose Women. Right. She sounded like a complete pain to be. I'm sure she's a lovely person, you know, but dude, man, nothing. Yeah, she was a winner of one of these things. Which one? It was Celebrity Big Brother. There we are. I'm reading the Wikipedia now. She won the 9th series of Celebrity Big Brother, which was 2012. So there you go. Now you're up to date with Denise Welch. 10 for Denise. 8 for Tom Nook's team. Right. How was that? I don't think that was too difficult. We've got 8s and 10s coming up. That's good. Lee's saying 10 out of 10 for the chameleons. I get that that's like a chameleon or a lizard or something like that, but why the raccoons? Wondering about that one, Lee. Right, team of the day are Barrymore's Fist, and they are here. I know they're here. Yeah! So you get a point if you're team of the day. Barrymore's Fist have been team of the day before. Here they are again. Denise, I'll be getting you team of the day pretty soon. Don't worry about it. I should have put you on tonight because it's your mum's birthday. But by the time I worked all that out, I'd done this. Okay, so anyway, Barrymore's Fist are team of the day. If you want to be team of the day, send me a picture of the team. Bit of info. Tell me who's on it. And you get a point. It's as simple as that. You are team of the day, Barrymore's Fist. That's Ollie bottom right, I think. In Huddersfield. Have I got all that right? I think so. Right. Right, Lee's explaining the raccoon. Tom Nook is a tanuki, but there's no tanuki emoji. Blimey. Right. It's time for Guess What? I'm going to give you a series of clues to a thing. And you've got to tell me what that thing is. I'm just hesitating because I'm just moving a few things around so I can see my clues. Right, here we are. Good. And Jam Tarts is top left. Let's have a look. That's Jam Tarts top left there with the 13 badge on. Looks like he's wearing a comedy hat. This is maybe... Look, Barrymore's Fist are having dress-ups here. It's pretty cool. All sorts of hats. And goggles. But let's get on to Guess What. So hidden behind this grid is a television program. You have to tell me what TV show it is, okay? You get 10 points if you get it after the first clue, 8 points after the second clue, 6 points after the third clue, and so on. And each clue, I'll take away some of the squares. So you ready? Here we go. So the first clue is this is an American kids TV show that was turned into a horror movie in 2019. Oh, he's wearing a lampshade. Very nice. That's the way to play the game. If you don't have a hat, and it's hat day, you can't sit there saying, I don't have a hat. You have to improvise. You have to use a lampshade. That's a smart thing to do. Anyway, so this is an American kids television program from back in the day, but it was more recently turned into a horror movie in 2019. That's the first clue. Write down an answer, and if you happen to get it on this first clue, you get 10 points. And even if you're not sure, just write down anything as a guess. Because if it turns out you were right, you get 10 points. You can change your mind. If you change your mind, change back. But if you get it right at this point, you'll get 10 points, okay? So write something down. Okay, second clue is that this is the original series ran from 1968 to 1970. So late 60s into the early 70s. American show. And like I say, they turned it into a horror movie in 2019, which I've not seen. Janice has got it. Nice work. That was the 8-point clue. Here comes the 6-point clue. Okay, the 4 main cast members were a dog, a gorilla, a lion, and an elephant, and they played pop music together. Andrew's saying, you sure it wasn't a horror when it came out? It looks creepy. Yeah, I guess it does look creepy in a still. But if you watch it, it's not at all creepy. It's very cool. A couple of you have got this by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, there's some more squares away. Then the 4-point clue is that the theme tune of the show was covered by a band called the Dickies, who had a UK top 10 hit with it in 1978. All right. So the theme tune of the show was covered by a punk band, the Dickies, and they had a top 10 hit with it. And it's got a bit at the end. It goes na 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 na. So that's the clue for 4 points. And the last clue here, the name of the characters. The main characters are Bingo, Fleagle, Drooper, and Snorky. And there's a fruit in the title of the show. So that's for 2 points. So if you still don't know, have a little guess. If you don't know it at all, the fruit is the bigger clue there. There's a fruit in the title of the show. All right, try and think of something that you might have heard of that's got a fruit in the title. And I'm going to move on to the answer. A lot of you will notice it's the banana splits. Hey. Yeah, Gator Robin. I didn't know it was made into a horror film either until I was putting this question together a couple of days ago. So the reviews of it say it's okay. It's like I think the plot is they're going to get cancelled, right? And they're animatronic robots. The show's going to get cancelled, so they turn into killers. The poster of the film is Bingo, which if you don't know Bingo, that's the one on the left. That's the gorilla on the left. And he's got a big axe. Pro Letho said I had the Dickies single on yellow vinyl. Very good. Yeah. A good version. It's a herb. You always get someone. A banana's no a fruit, right? It's a herb. That's, but also, what aisle do you go to in the supermarket to get bananas? You don't go to the herb aisle, do you? You go to the fruit aisle. Only 4 points because I couldn't remember it until you mentioned the fruit. Cool. See, the clue works. Technically, it's a herb. Noodle Doodles. You lost track of the time, but we're here now. One thing you could do if you wanted is come back and do the 9 o'clock one, Noodle Doodles. That'll be on Facebook, or you can just stick with us. I don't know. It's been relatively straightforward so far. What have we had? 1, 2, 3 rounds, 4 rounds plus the you give yourself Aye, Lee. I didn't get hung up on that. Like, you're saying that the aisles are named colloquially rather than correctly, but then it becomes correct because that's just the truth. If you go to if you go to the supermarket and the aisles are labelled like that and everyone calls it a fruit and it's called a fruit, and if you say, what's your favourite fruit? And people say, a banana, then okay, it's going to get up the nose of botanists or whatever, but for the rest of us, a banana is a fruit. Exactly. Jaffa cakes are with the biscuits in the supermarkets, even though they're technically and legally cakes. As you'll know from the VAT Jaffa Cakes tribunal that took place in 1991 in the courts. You're going to come back at 9. It's on, remember, it's on Facebook, Noodle Doodles. The 9 o'clock one's on Facebook. Right, it's exactly the same quiz, okay? La 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 la. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 bananas make a bunch, and so do many more. Over hills and ditches, the banana splits go, coming to bring you banana split show, something like that. Great show. They just ran around. It's very acid. Right, time for Blanco. No, I know, Lee. I just like having a go at pretty much anybody, you know. And you gave me a little opportunity there, so I had to go. I do like a row, I have to say. I'm not very agreeable, quite cantankerous. Wait till I get really old. I'll be a bastard. Right, Blanco. Blanco is fill in the blanks. There's 5 blanks on this list. So there was a survey in 2018 of adults, and they said, and quite a lot of people as well, I can't remember the number, it's well into the thousands of adults from different countries, and they said, name the woman who is still alive that you admire the most. And these were the top 10 responses, and I've hidden 5 of them. You just have to fill in the blanks, right? I thought I'd left all the initials. I see I've not done that on the first one. I've just shown the first initial, but the rest of them I've left the initials there. You can pretty much see that. So the ones that are still there that you can see on the list, number 2 is Michelle Obama. Number 4 is the Queen. I don't know what she's doing on there. How can you admire somebody who does nothing at all? Number 6 is Emma Watson, an actress. Number 8 is Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany. And number 10 is Madonna, singer and pop star. So you get the flavour of the list. There's kind of showbiz people and more serious people as well, of all different types. Try and think what the 5 missing answers would be. You'll get 2 points for each one you get right. La 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 la. I wonder if I've got the Banana Splits tune. While you're trying to work out this, I'll have a wee look for it. Do 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 do. The version that was a hit was done at a furious pace, very fast. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Right, here we are. Oh look, I've got both versions, I think. Oh no, maybe I've just got the TV one. Maybe I don't have the Dickies one. Let's try this. This is definitely the TV version, not the punk hit version. Right, I just listened to that carefully. Over a hill and a highway, the banana buggies go, coming up to bring you the banana split show. Cool. That's a good line. Flipping like a pancake, popping like a cork. Legal, bingo, drooper, and snork. Brilliant. Stop the music, says Marion. Can he think? All right. Fair enough. Picking up a mess of fun. Picking up a mess of fun. Lots of fun for everyone. La la la, la 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 la. Marion, can he think? Marion, can he think? 'Cause I'm singing a banana split song. Duck-a-ding, duck-a-ding. Sorry. That must be annoying. La la la, la 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 la. Right, I better get on with it. Time's running on. Who's ready? Peaky Fivers are ready. Rave On are ready. Andrew's ready-ish. Scumbags are ready-ish. Okay, Marion. Sorry. Chameleons are ready. Come on, let's do it. Let's get these answers on. If you're not ready, get ready. Think of something that fits the letters. Here we go. 2 points for each of these. And the Blanco. No tip tonight. Oh, Marion. Here we go. Let's see. What am I doing it from the top or from the from the top? You just mute me, you know. Here come the answers. Angelina Jolie. 2 points for a right answer. People admire Angelina Jolie. I don't know what for exactly. Is it for her purchasing power? Is it the way she buys children from the third world? Do people like that? Number 3, OW. That's got to be Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, all right. Self-made billionaire. Guess it's kind of admirable. Maybe. Number 5, HC. This was back in 2018. This is Hillary Clinton. Again, not quite sure what the admiration's for there. After all, she lost an election to a man, an incontinent, you know, retard, basically. That's what she was up against, and she lost. Number 7, MY. Who's that? This is the girl from Afghanistan who got shot by the Taliban for trying to learn books. It's Malala Yousafzai. She's determined to learn in the face of great opposition from the Taliban and other people. That's someone who properly deserves to be on that list. And then number 9, Taylor Swift. People admire Taylor Swift. And I don't know much about Taylor Swift, so I'm not going to argue with him. I'm sure she's terrific. Right, so there's the answers. 2 points for each of those. Angelina Jolie. Do you get points for Malala Yousaf? Absolutely. Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah, if you didn't get a surname or... I mean, she's widely known as Malala. Just first name only. So, in the same way, Madonna's full name is Madonna Ciccone. So... could have just easily been Malala there. If you got Malala, give yourself the points. Where are these people on the capitalist pig scale? Most of them pretty high. Rave On, Full House, spelling on Malala questionable. What, your spelling or my spelling? I think I'm right. How did we miss Taylor Swift? Because, well, I was about to say because you wouldn't expect a pop star to be on this list, but then you've got folk like Emma Watson and Madonna there. It's tricky round that. Scores, I don't know, there's some tens. There's some tens kicking about. There's a 6, there's an 8. Right, let's get on. Mystery bag. It's mystery bag time, right. Win beer. Our sponsor tonight, what have I done with the bag? Is the Ferry Brewery. The bag's in the right place, it's just fallen over. Mystery bag. What's in the bag? If you can work out what's in the bag, then you win the beer. It's as simple as that. You have to ask me questions of a yes-no nature. Questions I can answer yes or no to. And then once you've got enough information, have a guess. First person that gets it right will get beer sent to them by Ferry Brewery from South Queens Ferry. Right. So here come the questions. Is it a shoe? No, it's not a shoe. Is it edible? No, it's not edible. Is it a mug? No. Is it from the bedroom? It's not from my bedroom. Is it hard? No. Is it wearable? Yes, it is wearable. That's why I kind of went, oh, it's not a shoe, because it is something wearable. And I decided not to give that clue, but now you've asked, Alan. So yes, it's wearable. A smaller bag. That's mental, Craig. I like it, but no. Is it the International Space Station? Not this week. That was 2 weeks ago. Is it fluffy? Nah, not really. It's fluffable, but not fluffy, if you know what I mean. Is it alive? No. Does it smell nice? It doesn't smell of anything. Can you drink it? No. Is it a container? No. Is it soft? Is it flip-flops? No, but it is something you can wear. It's nothing to do with the feet. I see socks there. Is it a hat? That's much closer, but it's not a hat. Skirt, slippers, socks, slippers, woolly hats. No, no, no. Gloves, boots, sleeping mask. What the hell is a sleeping mask? But no. Baffies, necklace, sock, jewellery, Kirby grip. Is it a bangle? Is it a bra, scarf, hairband? I'm getting closer with that type of thing. It's not a scarf. It's not a headband. Is it a samurai helmet? Whoa. No. But I definitely need to get one of those for a different week. Hair bauble? No. Headband, shawl, visor, headphones, balaclava, bandana, bow tie, scrunchie, belt, necklace, face mask, earmuffs, bracelet, buff, snoot, hair bauble. It's definitely the top of the head we're talking about. But it's not a hat. It's not a hairband. It's not a face mask. It's not a bra. Earplugs, scrunchie, snoot, ear muffs, earrings, bauble, knobble, hair clip, bauble, hair clasp, ear muffs, wig! We got it. Oh, I thought you were going to get it ages ago. But Margaret Ann is our winner. She says wig. Margaret Ann MacArthur. And I'm writing your name down right now. But you know what to do. It's a wig, see? It's pretty disturbing, yeah? Man, I don't like that. That's horrible. That's a fabulous wig. Well, yeah, it's all right, isn't it? It's my daughter's. You know, it's not. I don't use this. So Margaret Ann. Oh, really? It told me I sent too many messages. I got a timeout. Really? Doesn't work like that, does it? Yeah, all right, Margaret Ann. So you know what to do. Send me a message with your address on it, and then I'll send you. I'll send you. Well, I'll send your address to the ferry, and they'll send you the beer. Right? What time is it? 3 minutes to 8. Let's get on with it. Right. Okay. Kind of get used to it after a few seconds, don't you? It's all right. So there's the beer. You'll be getting that soon. Right, double or bust round. Here we go. You know how a double or bust round works? You know how a double or bust round works? You get 4 points for a right answer, but you get bust if you put a wrong answer. So double points for the ones you go for and get right. You get bust, you get 0 points for the round. Bust if you get a wrong answer, but you can leave blanks. Nothing bad happens if you leave a blank. All right? Yay! Hooray for Margaret Ann. Beer winner. Superb. Here we go. Right, number 1. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word is used for the letter N? So, we're talking Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, all that sort of thing. NATO phonetic alphabet. What word is used for the letter N? That is question number 1. Andrew's going balls out, unless we don't even have a guess, right? Okay, declaring early. Let's get this done. Number 2, pop battle. This is difficult, actually. Complete the name of this song, which was a 1959 hit for both Johnny Horton and Lonnie Donegan. They both had a record called The Battle of New Something. What's the something? 1959, late 50s. The era of skiffle and rock and roll. The Battle of New Something. What is the last word of that? The same song was a hit for Johnny Horton and for Lonnie Donegan in the same year. Okay, number 3 is about the letter G. What is the only official city in England whose name starts with the letter G? So there's lots of towns, but there's only some places that are officially cities. It's got nothing to do with cathedrals. A lot of people think it's to do with cathedrals, but it's not necessarily to do with that. It's to do with city status, official city status. So what is the only city in England which has a city status and whose name starts with G? And it's a one-word answer. It's not a trick like Greater Manchester or anything like that. It's just a one-word answer. Starts with G. Number 4, virtuoso. With which musical instrument would you associate the name of Andres Segovia, a Spanish virtuoso who died in 1987? So Segovia, often known just by his surname Segovia, but Andres Segovia was a virtuoso of which musical instrument? He died in the 80s. He was the best, but he died. And number 5, rugby. It's a what year question. In rugby union, what year did Italy join the 5 Nations tournament to make it the 6 Nations? And you can get 5 years out either way to get the points here. So if you're more than 5 years out, you get bust if you put an answer. You can leave it blank, of course. So it used to be the 5 Nations. That was England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, and the French. It was 5 Nations for quite a long time. Then Italy joined and made it the 6 Nations. What year did that happen? What year was their first year in it? Okay? And tell me if you're ready. I'm going to recap. So what is the NATO phonetic alphabet code word for N? That's number 1. Number 2, the Battle of New Something. What's that? Johnny Horton and Lonnie Donegan, late 50s. Number 3, the only official city in England starts with a G. Number 4, Segovia was the talent, the virtuoso on which instrument? He was the guy that they talked about when they talked about this instrument. And last one, what year did Italy join the 5 Nations to make it 6 Nations? Andrew's saying full balls out, going for all 5. That's great. You can only declare balls out if you go for all 5. Shona's ready. Marion's ready. I can't do that anymore. I've been in a shop, well, the local shop, the last couple of days, wearing a mask. You know, it does my nutting. I'm doing it because you're supposed to. But I can only be in that shop for about 15 seconds, and then I can't stand this. Get me out of here. The wig's kind of the same, so I hope you enjoyed that pink wig while it was there. Right, before telling the answers, I'll just tell you as well, I'll do this for tips. Please give me a tip if you thought the quiz was worth a wee tip. How much would you pay? How much would you fork out if you were going out to a pub quiz? You know what I mean? Loads. So divide that by 10 and give it to me. You don't have to, obviously, but any tips are hugely appreciated as I struggle through this time. Anyway. You ready for this? I think you're all ready. Let's go. Let's do the answers. Now, you know how to do the scoring here. So it's 4 points for a correct answer. And nothing happens if you leave it blank. But if you put an actual wrong answer, you get 0 points for this round. So make sure you know which ones you're answering, which ones you're leaving blank. And here come the answers. I'm going to get you to upload your scores after this. So here we go. Code. The letter N. What's the word for N? NATO phonetic alphabet. It is Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc. November. Yeah, November. That's quite a difficult one. 4 points for November. Number 2, Pop Battle. The Battle of New Orleans was the name of the song. There's Lonnie Donegan. Chuck it across the screen. Rock Island Line style. Oh, Lynn's bust already. I wonder what she put. Do tell us if you got bust, what you got bust on. What did you write? Number 3, the letter G, the only official city in England. Name starting with G. I think it's quite tricky. The right answer is Gloucester. All right, there's Gloucester. Went in for Norman. Oh, no. Disaster. Right, number 3 is Gloucester. Number 4, the virtuosity of Mr. Segovia was on the guitar. Classical guitar player, the best. Yeah, Spanish guy. That's obviously him, right? Number 5, rugby union. When did Italy join the 5 nations? Make it up to the 6 nations. It was 2000. So if you said any pardon me, if you said anything between 95 and 05, you got the points. So there you go. That's double or bust. That's the quiz. Thank you for playing the quiz, everybody. There's the answers for the last round. You tell me what you scored. And I'm going to give you the link to get them uploaded, to get your scores uploaded, so I can make a nice league table to show the world, and you can all see where you finished compared to each other. Peaky Pfeiffer's got 20 in the last round. That's fantastic. Lynn did get Gloucester but went bust, but you can feel a little bit of satisfaction for getting Gloucester. Denise is saying we're going to do the lotto because we guessed Gloucester and New Orleans and guitar. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is good. Full marks, not going to save us, but we smashed it. Glad we didn't go for castanets now. Yeah. I wonder who the world's greatest castanet player ever is. There's about to be some great YouTube on that. 69 in total for the Peaky Pfeiffers. That's a great score. I think that's going to be up top end. Margaret Ann for Lumpy Gravy is saying 62 in total, but Margaret Ann won the beer. So that's cool. 75 for Denise and Kathleen. That's great. That's brilliant. That's going to be the top team tonight, surely. Ducked out on Lonnie, says Alan. A miserable 56 in total. Well, I know you're playing on by yourself tonight, Alan. It is difficult when you're on your own. It is definitely more difficult. A lot of the questions are designed with teams in mind, you know. Kind of talk to each other. If you are playing alone, I know, like Alan plays with the rest of the team quite often, but tonight just by himself. But I wonder if we can set something up where you can find other people to play with via Zoom. I mean, some of you might avoid that like the plague, but people who would prefer to play with other people, I'm sure we can set something up, like a group or something, where you can all use the Zoom. Hi, you're welcome, Denise. Yeah, happy birthday, Kathleen. I hope you're well. Stay good. Cheers, DP. First time for a Saturday. Yeah, well, I'm here on Saturday. The numbers haven't been that great for Saturday, to be honest, but I'm sticking with it because I think eventually it'll be quite good. "52 points total," says Ollie. And did you know that if you ask a soldier, how do you take your tea, and they reply with NATO, it means milk and 2 sugars? What? NATO. Milk and 2 sugars. Right, am I missing a joke here? I don't get it. NATO. November Alpha Tango Octopus. Yeah, see you on Monday, Denise. I'll be there. I better write some quizzes, actually. Ah, thanks. Yeah, thank you, Margaret. And yeah, it was a great wig. I might have kept it on. I was thinking that when I put it on, I thought, right, I'll just leave it on for the rest of the quiz, but it got really annoying. $59 for part A. Well, you never know. That might be the middle, Craig. That's the thing. I encourage people who got a low score to upload your score. Even if you think it's a terrible score, please upload it. Because there's a bunch of people in the middle. You know what I mean? And they're going to feel sad if they end up in the bottom. So you owe it to them to upload what you think is your bad score so that the people in the middle actually end up in the middle. More of a challenge as the Lone Dwarf. Yeah, definitely. Because that's the thing. You know, a lot of the questions are ones to discuss. Things like the Blanco round. That can be... that's where you need a few voices. Like, the rounds are different on different nights. If you've not been here before, I do different rounds, but it's not a joke. It's just a daft term soldiers use to describe how to take tea. Does it mean anything? Does NATO somehow mean milk and 2 sugars, or is it totally meaningless? Yeah, thanks, Margaret Ann. Yeah, anyone else is still here, give us a like. I've only got 10 likes for this. And the likes all count. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That's helpful as well. Janice says 44. That's great stuff. You get that uploaded, Janice. It is at the lower end, but that's going to help all the people in the middle feel better about themselves. And we all owe it to each other to look after one another's mental health at this time. You know what I mean? So yeah. Give me a tip, everybody. Give me some money. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed. And I'm not the sort of person who would go and self-harm. You know what I mean? But I'd be all grumpy, and my daughter would be like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And I'll be saying, "I'm getting tips. I'm getting tips." And she'll pat me and say, "Don't worry, the pubs will come back soon." And I'll be like, "They're not coming back soon because social distancing and all that, masks and all that stuff." So, anyway. Yeah, I will enjoy my evening, Tam. Thank you. You too. Well, I'm going to do this quiz again. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do that at 9 o'clock on Facebook. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Thanks for turning up and making it fun. Cheers, JPS. Nice to see your name again. We'll see you again. Congratulations to everybody. There's your 2-point voucher. That means you've got to the end of the quiz. You've done the quiz, so you've been here before, so you get 2 points next time. All right? You fancy a brew, mate? Yeah, Naito. Nothing other than milk with 2 sugars. It's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot. Just, it's got to have come from somewhere. It can't just come from nothing. You know what I mean? NATO. Don't know. Coming up, so 7 o'clock every night is YouTube and 9 o'clock is Facebook. Right? That's how we're organising it these days. Here's the sponsors. We've got sponsors. You can win things every time on a 7 o'clock quiz. Friday's the only time you can win at 9 o'clock at the moment. I've not really been looking for sponsors for the last couple of weeks, but I guess I should try and fill in some sponsors in those missing slots. If you know anybody who's trying to promote something, send them to me. I'll promote their quiz for, quite a modest prize, really. The prizes are not earth-shattering. They're all right. They're good if you win them, Thank you very much. I don't know what we were talking about war or something like that the other day with my missus, and I said, God, you know what? I'm glad I never joined the army. And she just laughed and laughed and laughed. You in the army? And it's true. I wouldn't last 5 minutes. I don't think there's really a role for quiz guys in the army. I'm not good with being told what to do. That's why I've been self-employed quite a lot. Well, in fact, I've never had a job. I've always been self-employed. I mean, I had jobs. I had a bunch of jobs. Hundreds of jobs. But nothing like, like serious careers or that kind of thing. Marion says, I drove to Herbie's Wednesday lunchtime, didn't buy the bread, but I had the loveliest baked potato soup. Oh no, baked potato soup and a caramel slice for later that day. Yum, will go again. That's good. I missed your comment there. That's why punctuation is important, folks. I nearly imagined baked potato soup. So Ollie's speculating possibly the soldiers in the trenches might have said something different. Well, yeah, I mean, NATO didn't exist till 1949. NATO's an up-to-date version, but I don't know that for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like that kind of stuff. Kind of lingo from a certain world, that you just don't know if you're outside it. That's the thing about the military, isn't it? It's like you're either in it or you're not. There's not a lot of... Well, actually, I was about to say something there. I'm thinking, it's not true. I was going to say, if you're not in the military, then you never touch that world. You never see it. But then I'm thinking about my dad, who was a mobile disc jockey in the 80s and 90s. Went all over the country, and he used to do gigs at army camps, and I went with him to do a few. Bicester. We did Bicester. And one in London as well, I think, somewhere. Some kind of base or barracks or something like that. So you got a flavour of just how squaddies were, which was pretty lively, usually. Right, I better get out of here because I need to get ready for the 9 o'clock quiz. I need to have a little break. I need to publicise it as well, do a couple of shares. So, thanks, everybody. And I'll see you all again. Maybe see you Monday. And if you're just doing Saturdays, I'll see you next week. All right. So, well done. Margaret Ann, make sure you send me a message with your details so I know what to give to the brewery. And let me know when you get your beer. That's not right. That can't be right, Harriet. Thanks, Ollie. Appreciate it. Really do. If a man asks the concierge for an extra pillow, it's a code for a prostitute. Well, what does he ask for if he actually wants an extra pillow? How do you, say you want an extra pillow and you don't want a prostitute, right? What do you say? I'm not. You say it's 100% true. I'm not buying it. You asked the chambermaid. Blimey. An extra pillow, please. Poor, nasty. Right, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody, and be nice to each other. Yeah. See y'all.